Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to another live stream, and yeah, so today it's gonna be way better. I did a SFCLive yesterday, but I'm redoing it because my mic was terrible. So today my mother got me a Yeti mic, so yeah, now I'm much more louder than a video. So like if I play this, like I'm pretty much way louder than this video, and I don't have to worry about audio levels anymore. So yeah, but welcome to SFCLive, episode 22. Let's get right into it. Our first story is from Drama Alert, and it's titled, "Is Mr. Beast creating an esports team?" So if anyone could do it, I would say it's Mr. Beast, let's be honest, okay? But anyways, let's get into this. Has Mr. Beast has taken, is that like a typo? Has Mr. Beast has taken an interest in the world of esports? He has long been a gamer himself, but now it seems that the YouTube star may be taking his love for gaming to the next level. A couple of his tweets are under close examination by the gaming community, with many speculating that Mr. Beast is creating an esports team. Mr. Beast reaches out to League of Legends Pro. Yesterday, on May 31st, 2022, Mr. Beast tweeted out at one of Team Liquid's professional League of Legends players, Soin Jurg, also known as B. Jurgson. I'm just gonna call him Jurg. In the tweet, he asked him to give him a quick follow. Jurg, mind giving me a quick follow? And hang on, I want to see this actually. Does he have his DMs open? Nope. So yeah, Mr. Beast wants to follow so he could like slide into those DMs, you know. Mr. Beast wants to own a League of Legends team. While Mr. Beast did not specify the reason for wanting a follow from Jurg, many believe that it's because Mr. Beast is looking to create his own League of Legends esports team. Owning a League of Legends team is not a new goal of Mr. Beast's, however. The YouTuber has openly discussed this admission dating back nearly 2 years ago in a tweet posted in October 2020. Mr. Beast praised League of Legends as the best game ever created. Additionally, he shared one of his life goals, owning a League of Legends team. You can see a tweet here, October 28th, 2020, a couple days after my birthday. League of Legends is honestly the best game ever created. One of my goals in life is to own a League of Legends team one day. This kind of reminds me when I wanted to like own my own game studio one day, and I still do want to own my game studio. You guys know I develop games, but this was like right this date too. Like 2020 was also like the date where I did want to do game development as a career. Will we ever see a Mr. Beast esports team? Mr. Beast has not recently clarified if he is still interested in creating an esports team. However, if he does decide to make a movie in the esports industry, it will certainly be big and exciting. So yeah, my personal opinion, if anyone could do esports and make a whole esports team, it'd be Mr. Beast. Like, let's be honest. Anyone else, like, if it was just some random tweet, obviously no one would believe it. Or, you know, they could obviously have a mission to, like, want to own a League of Legends team, but they obviously, you know, if they don't have the money, they couldn't really do that. But if anyone could do it, I would say it would be Mr. Beast. So, yeah, that's my personal opinion on that article. Now, this next article is from Dexerto, and it's titled, "YouTuber who got over 500 copyright strikes tells Nintendo to release soundtracks." So, yeah, Nintendo recently has been copyrighting a lot of their music, and I love a lot of their music, unironically. In my music playlist, also, this used to be my stream music playlist, but then it became my main. The first song that's played was this, until Nintendo copyrighted it. And, can it load, please? So, I can't play it because it's copyrighted, like I said, but it goes, dun 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 dun. And that's how it starts. It's a great little soundtrack. I loved it. That's why I put it as the first video in my stream music playlist. But as it got copyrighted, I had to like make a whole separate. I didn't have to, but I made a whole separate playlist for stream music because this playlist kind of became my personal music playlist. But yeah, so Nintendo's been really crazy about copywriting recently. So let's just get into this article. YouTuber Prime is calling for Nintendo to release official soundtracks for its games after the company issued over 500 copyright strikes to its channel, forcing it to remove all Nintendo-related content. Throughout the years, copyright strikes have taken over Twitch and YouTube, forcing many people to remove hundreds of videos, which is true. You guys may remember, I never covered this, but Twitch added some new copyright policies because they had to for DMCA reasons, because, you know, Twitch wasn't really on the spotlight for DMCA until they grew and became way bigger than they are back when. And the MC had to be in place. So a lot of streamers are having to mute their streams, or they're getting copyright strikes. A lot of them even got banned for copyright strikes, because Twitch would keep the VODs. Back in January, Toei Animation issued over 150 copyright strikes to totally not mark who uploads reactions to a wide variety of Toei-created anime. Now Prime is calling for Nintendo to release official soundtracks for its in-house developed games after the YouTuber received over 500 copyright strikes from the company. YouTuber calls for official Nintendo soundtracks. On May 30th, 2022, Prime made a community post on his YouTube channel for his 165,000 subscribers to rally around. It reads, "Hey everyone, effective immediately, I'll be removing all Nintendo music from my channel with 500 plus claims and more than a dozen soundtracks blocked over the last week. It's pretty clear that..." Sorry, I just hear like a noise outside or like upstairs, and it's weirding me out because it sounds like something from 2.5 Men. If you know what I'm like saying. Anyways, with 500 plus claims and more than a dozen soundtracks blocked over the last week, it's pretty clear they don't want their music on YouTube. Some of you may have already noticed these soundtracks beginning to disappear, but I thought I'd give you all a heads up about what's going on. This isn't the first time I've dealt with this issue on my channel, but it will be the last. I'm sorry to everyone who enjoys their music, but I don't have much of a choice. And you can see there's a post right here, so I'll take a look. This is from his community post 2 days ago. "Hey everyone. Effective immediately, I will be removing all Nintendo music from my channel with 500 plus claims and more than a dozen soundtracks blocked over the last week. It's pretty clear they don't want their music on YouTube. Some of you may have already noticed these soundtracks beginning to disappear, but I thought I'd give you all a heads up about what's going on. This isn't the first time I've dealt with this issue on my channel, but it'll be the last. I'm sorry to everyone who enjoys their music, but I don't have much choice. I have no intention of deleting my channel, and the rest of my non-Nintendo soundtracks will remain up for the foreseeable future. It's frustrating, but as I've said before, it's ultimately their choice to have their music blocked on the platform. Once again, I'm sorry for the inconvenience this will cause, as I enjoy listening to Nintendo music on here, just as much as you all do, but it just doesn't make any sense to continue on like this." Which is true. I mean, Nintendo's a business, so if they can make money any way they can, they're obviously going to find a way to make money by selling their soundtracks on, like, iTunes or Google Play. But I don't think they're on iTunes or Google Play, now that I think about it, so... I don't know, but yeah, Nintendo, at the end of the day, they're a business, they're a company, their main point, yeah, their main stuff, their main shtick may be to make video games, but at the end of the day, if those video games don't sell, they're not going to make them. So if Mario doesn't sell, they're not going to make Mario. But, I mean, Mario sells, so that's never going away. Anyways, as always, you can follow me on Twitter. This is Twitter for any other updates. And as a general reminder, if you do see any soundtracks on my channel removed, it's always safe to assume it was for copyright reasons. Be respectful of their right to do this, but also please continue to push Nintendo to release their music in official formats, because there's no reason these soundtracks should have to disappear forever. Thank you. So, yeah, that is one thing, because these soundtracks are all from video games. Like, you can see the one I just showed you guys was a Super Mario Galaxy 2 soundtrack. If you don't have Super Mario Galaxy 2, or you don't have it emulated on your, like, PC or whatever, then you're not going to be able to play that. You're not going to be able to listen to that soundtrack. And even then, who's going to load up Super Mario Galaxy 2, play through a bunch of levels, and then go get to that specific point in the game where that music plays? So, I think Nintendo does need to release their soundtracks officially, like for at least like $1.99 or so. I don't know, but yeah, there's that story. I find this article funny. David Dobrik to open Dobrik's Pizza this fall. YouTube star David Dobrik has been teasing for the opening of his own Los Angeles-based pizza restaurant for quite some time, and in a recent paparazzi video, David confirmed that he is preparing to open Dobrik's Pizza this fall. Fans are hungry for a slice of Dobrik's Pizza. Fans of David have been anxiously awaiting the opening of the comically named Dobrik's Pizza since he officially announced the project in July 2021, following trademark violence that became public knowledge even earlier in 2020. David previously stated that the company is a joint effort between him and his friend Elia. I can't read that name. A pizza place called Dobrik's. Love it. David Dobrik says Dobrik's Pizza will open soon. After a long period of planning and taste testing potential pizzas, Dobrik's Pizza will tentatively open in just a few months. The Hollywood Fix recently caught up with David in Los Angeles and asked him about the development of his pizzeria. David responds to the paparazzi with an update telling fans to expect an opening in August-September. He continues, "I'm not pushing it back. I swear to God, that's what we originally planned." So here's the Hollywood Fix video.
Come on, Dobrik's Pizza, when? We're waiting for it.
I know, me too.
Is it gonna happen soon?
It takes a while. Yeah, okay. August, September. I'm not pushing it back. I swear to God.
Okay.
That's what we originally
So you can see there, he pretty much gave it like a little opening date for the pizzeria.
planned.
All right, we're gonna let everybody know. Dobrik's Pizza.
You promise?
Promise.
Okay, bye. See ya.
Dude,
An autograph request right here.
dude, I just like imagine like him going in there, and like does my keys work? Yeah, they do. I just like imagine him going in there to eat lunch with like his girlfriend or whatever, or his mom or something, and then like the paparazzi, the Hollywood Fix people just waiting outside like for like 50 minutes for him to come out so they could ask him more questions. Like, can you imagine if that's actually what happened? Which that probably is, to be honest. I wouldn't put it past Hollywood. But yeah, let's continue this.
Now you got an autograph request right here. Come on now.
Let me make sure audio levels are good, guys, while this is playing.
A pizza?
So now that we have a tentative date on your opening, the Fame family, Fame.News welcomes you to the neighborhood.
Oh, thanks for having me in the neighborhood. In the Sunset neighborhood?
Sunset
Oh
neighborhood.
shit, I shouldn't even say where it is.
Oh yeah, you're right.
It's
Okay.
a secret. Wait, what am I doing? Oh, I was drawing a pizza and I forgot. Okay, there you go.
We will endorse you and help you out there. The Fame
Thanks.
family loves you.
Okay, I'll see you soon.
All right, brother.
I'll give you a couple free slices.
Oh, beautiful that.
Once a day. I don't want you to overeat. Bye. Are you coming out, Mark? I'm not coming out.
So David Dobrik gave an autograph and he drew a little pizza there, but he was going
Look, you can see the little pizza in the autograph there.
pepperonis. You can see. But hopefully, in the real thing, he'll do a lot more pepperonis on the pizza.
Alright, so there's the video. Not much else is known about the pizzeria at this time, but now fans can look forward to finally getting to taste a slice of Dobrik's Pizza this August or September. So yeah, there's that article. David Dobrik, you guys may know him for a controversy that happened a year or two ago. Basically, he gave like underage teenagers like drinks and alcohol with his friends so they could potentially get him into a sexual intercourse. And he basically got in trouble for this. I remember it was so bad that an app he created called Dispo, it's like a camera app, kind of like Snapchat or whatever. He had to sell that company to someone else just because of how bad the controversy was. And then some investors in the company had to sell off their shares, and they ended up those investors, some of them ended up losing hundreds of millions because of how bad the controversy was. So I mean, it's David Dobrik, so I don't doubt the pizza will do well, but it's kind of, you know, I feel like it'll be heavily scrutinized and criticized by others for like, oh, don't go to David Dobrik's pizzeria because of the controversy that happened a year or two ago. But I mean, David's been doing pretty well for himself. He has his own like show on Discovery, and you know he's still doing well. Obviously, if he's opening a pizzeria, so he's still doing well for himself. So yeah, there's that. Oh boy, Dream exposed for copy and paste on LGBTQ support message. Now, I always gotta clarify this all the time before I get into these kind of topics. I don't care if you're gay, lesbian, straight, white, Jewish, Italian, black. I don't care. Asian, Chinese, Mexican. I don't care. I just care about your personality and whatever you say. I care about your like thought process and what you are as a person are. So I want to clarify that before I get into this topic. But yeah, let's get into this. In case you are unaware, it is currently LGBTQ Pride Month. As such, many of YouTube's top creators have taken to their social media accounts to share their kind words and support for the LGBTQ community. One creator, a Minecraft named Dream, attempted to do just this. However, the creator was exposed for allegedly using copy and paste on this latest support message. And I also didn't say this, but also I don't care if you're trans either. So, wanted to add that in. Anyways, here's the message that he sent a day before Pride Month. Happy Pride Month. Love to any and all members of LGBTQ plus community. You will always have me in your corner. You're valid, accepted, and welcome no matter who you are, and whether you're publicly or not. You deserve to feel proud to be yourself. Love you all, always. So then you can see this tweet here. Yesterday, at the start of Pride Month on June 1st, 2020, Twitter user Vivo took to Twitter to expose the 29.2 million subs YouTuber. In their tweet, the Twitter user shared that Dream's most recent LGBTQ support message was eerily similar to a previous tweet of this, the copy and paste formula. So you could see, here's the one he's talking that happened a year ago. Pride Month should be every month, so even though it's a little early, happy Pride Month. Love to any and all of my LGBTQ plus community. Will always have me in your corner. You're valid, accepted, and you're welcome no matter who you are. So you can see it kind of does look similar, but he added a couple of words in there himself. Now, me personally, I just want to get that out of the way. At least he said happy Pride Month, right? Like, you know, so really, he's wishing you guys a happy Pride Month, right? He's saying happy Pride Month, you're valid, accepted, and you always have me in your corner. At least he remembered. At least he didn't automate this tweet. At least, like, last year on May 31st, he made that Pride Month tweet and then scheduled one to go up a year later. So, at least he didn't do that. Like, he actually either copied and pasted this, which it doesn't even look like that because parts of them, yeah, look similar, but some parts look newer than the last. So, there's that. But at least it's not automated, and he's wishing you guys a happy Pride Month. He's supporting you guys. And it's like, it kind of frustrates me too, because like, it reminds me of when it was my birthday, October 23rd of last year. I turned 14, right? And I posted on my Instagram story for all my friends to see. I was like, hey, it's my birthday, I'm finally 14. And only 2 people texted me happy birthday. Only 2 people out of the 70 people that saw it, only 2 of them texted me happy birthday. Well, technically, one of them texted me happy birthday. The other one wished me happy birthday when we got back to school on Monday. So, you know, at least they get this, right? At least they get a tweet. They get a tweet saying like, "Hey, happy Pride Month, you're valid, accepted. You know, I love you. Don't worry. I support you. Whoever you are." And then Dream's rocky history with LGBTQ Pride Month. It is worth nothing that Dream does not have the best track record when it comes to Pride Month. Last year, the Minecrafter promised his fans that he would stream and raise money during the month, but forgot to until the last day of the month. As a result of this latest copy and paste allegation, many fans in the community have begun to resurface last year's ordeal. And this is the thing with these people. By these people, I mean like these Twitter people, like these kind of like, I hate using the word SJWs, but I guess you could call them SJWs, but this is the thing with like SJW people like this. Like, they always try to bring up stuff you said earlier. Like, you get into trouble for one thing, they're gonna bring up a pile of other things to get on you that they're gonna yell at you about. So, yeah, it just frustrates me sometimes. So you can see right here, a tweet made by Glue. Remember when he made a huge deal that he'd give all the donations he got during Pride Month to LGBT-friendly charities and then stream on his main, and had donations turned off the other account he was streaming from. So you can see they're just like trying to find any little thing, any little criticism they can give to Dream. And this is like a common thing. Like, it doesn't matter if you're a dreamer or not. They try to find any little common thing to criticize you on and critique you on. Like that one kid in class that always tells on you. And then here's another one. Never forget the time he promised to give all stream money in the month of June to LGBT charities and streamed on the last day only. So, I mean, I could kind of understand this frustration here. He streamed on the last day and he promised to give like a whole month of June. All his earnings for the month of June to like LGBT charities. But at the same time, it's better than nothing. Right? So yeah, I'm kind of animated about that topic, shall we say. Our next article is by Dexerto. Asmongold hits out at Twitch following second channel suspension. So you guys don't know, Asmongold got banned from Twitch on his like second account, his like spam stream account or whatever. And since he was banned on he couldn't stream on his main account because he was already banned. And one thing about that, you may be thinking it was a temporary ban, by the way. You may be thinking like oh well, I mean he skipped one. He was suspended for 1 day, no biggie. He's back on the next day. Sorry, can I type right, man? So Ninja skipped the day of streaming. Look at this article here. And Ninja, this was back when Ninja was like in his prime. Like he was the Twitch guy. He was the face of Twitch. He was on the app. He was the face of the app. He skipped 1 day of streaming, and where does it say? If you are wondering how much this amount to... Okay, here, it starts here. During this time, he took a break from streaming. He usually streams every day for multiple hours. This is obviously a change that his audience wasn't prepared for, as he managed to lose 40,000 paying Twitch subscribers. Many streamers don't even have anywhere near this amount of subscribers, never mind managing to lose that many. If you are wondering how much this amounts to in actual money, then it would be about $100,000 in lost for that month. That is an awful lot to be missing out on, but don't worry, Ninja reported to the American News that he was making over $500,000 a month. I don't think he will mind too much. So you could see, if you skip 1 day of streaming on Twitch as your business, if Twitch is your main source of income, and you skip 1 day, that could really hurt you financially, and can really affect you. So, Asmongolds, when you get banned, you can't do nothing on Twitch. You can't stream on Twitch. You can't even show up on other people's streams and help them out or stream on their channels. You can't talk to anyone. You can't be in a Discord with a streamer that's live right now, or they'll get banned. So you're pretty much screwed. If Twitch is your main source of income, you're screwed for that day if you're banned. If you're banned permanently, forget about it. You're screwed completely. But anyways, let's continue this. Popular content creator Asmongolds has hit out at the 24-hour Twitch ban acquired on his second channel, detailing the reasons in a June 10th YouTube video. The Twitch community was shocked on June 10th when it was announced that veteran streamer Asmongolds had received a ban on his second channel, known as Zach Rar. Sorry, I had a hiccup there. Details surrounding the ban were not initially clear, but Asmongolds has now confirmed it will be a 24-hour suspension incurred for hateful and unmoderated conduct. However, the streamer is unimpressed with the Amazon-owned platform for their reasoning, a position he articulated late on June 10th in a series of tweets and response video. First, he confirmed he will be unable to stream until Sunday, June 12th, even on his unbanned main channel. For those that are wondering, I won't be live tomorrow because my second channel is suspended and it would technically be ban invasion. So you can see a tweet here. For those wondering, I won't be live on my second because it'll be ban invasion. And he said, also, this was done less than 10 minutes after those messages occurred in chat. Keep that in mind next time there's literal porn or scam Elon Musk streams up for hours with no... What the heck? I don't even know anything about this. Literal porn or scam Elon Musk streams. In the attached YouTube video, Asmon explained that he was streaming Diablo Immortal and players using in-game chat, not Twitch chat, posted a racial slur. They did so using full stops and spaces to work around Asmon's explicit language filter. When realizing the slur was displayed on his stream, Asmon played it down so as to avoid giving the troll attention. However, Twitch interpreted this as Asmon not adequately addressing the situation. So here's this video. You can watch it here.
Conduct in my chat. The fact that I got suspended on
I want to go to the actual link.
Suspended on my second Twitch.
So here's this video.
Hi guys, today I wanted to talk to you all about the fact that I got suspended on my second Twitch account, Zachrar, for 24 hours. Now, this happened a little bit earlier today. I've tried to work it out, and it seems like this suspension is not going to get overturned, so I'm going to make this video and express pretty much what happened. So, effectively, I was streaming Diablo Immortal, which, to be fair, I think that in itself should be grounds for a suspension, but unfortunately, Twitch did something even dumber than that. They decided to suspend me for hate hateful and unmoderated conduct in my chat. And I'm not talking about my chat on Twitch, I'm talking about my chat box on Diablo Immortal. I had stood up for maybe like 5 or 10 seconds. I was readjusting my blanket here, and I had my chat showing, and in the process of doing that, there was a person in the chat box who typed the N-word, and they did not type it. Obviously, I have the language filter on, so they had to use special ways to get around it, so they put dots in between every single letter, so it was N dot I dot, you know, etc. You know how it goes. And this happened. I sit back down, the chat's almost off the screen, and people are mentioning it to me, and I'm like, oh, it's going to go away in a few seconds. It is what it is, right? Because I think that in general, whenever you give these things too much attention, it generates more of these things happening because this person gets attention.
And this is the thing, dude. It's like Twitch moderation has been terrible and very unclear on why you were banned for a while. Like, I used to do Twitch exclusively. Like, I wouldn't upload on YouTube at all. I did Twitch exclusively. I streamed on Twitch exclusively, and I just highlight my videos and upload them to Twitch or whatever. And I would make my streams highlights, and they would be saved on my Twitch channel. And the reason why I stopped doing that and started restreaming to Twitch was because of stuff like this. Because when I started Twitch exclusively, this was like Dr. Disrespected just got banned right when I joined. Fresh had just got signed, the Fortnite streamer. Twitch banned the word simp while like a week after I announced I was like, exclusive to Twitch. And just a bunch of other stuff happened. Like the tower, it was all over from there. And then I streamed on Twitch exclusively for like a year or so, like half a year, and I just stopped. And I was like, okay, yeah, now I'm going back to YouTube. Screw this. But yeah, let's continue this.
Everybody's mad at them, and they've effectively achieved their goal. So I didn't want to give this person what they wanted. Unfortunately, Twitch did, and so Twitch decided to suspend me because I did not adequately address this situation. Although I spent 5 minutes afterwards talking about it and going over the reasons why it's stupid and the fact that people that do this are just annoying, attention-seeking man-children, apparently this wasn't enough, and so Twitch suspended my account with apparently no grounds to even appeal and remove the suspension. So the reason why I think this really pisses me off is because of the fact that I clearly did not support any of this, and also it's the implication that by the suspension being there that I am somehow complicit or okay or approve of racism being on my stream, which I find to be completely fucking disgusting and absolutely an insult to me, to be honest with you. And it's absolutely ridiculous that Twitch would even think that this is the case. They would even think this is something that I'm trying to do or something that I'm trying to promote. Back in 2017, 2018, I was one of the first people who banned the tryhard emote in my chat because every single time that I said something that could be correlated with a negative black stereotype, people were typing tryhards in chat, and I was the only person who was intellectually honest enough to call it exactly what it was. Unfortunately, to this day, Twitch has yet to do that. So they have multiple emotes on their channels and on their global emote list that are used almost exclusively in a racially stereotypical way, but the moment that somebody in their community does something like what happened to me, and by the way, I want to make this very clear, I never said any of this. This was something that was typed by a random person, and it was in a chat box, and it went like this, right?
So this is another thing, right? It's like, this wasn't even in a Twitch chat, this was in a Diablo chat. Not only that, it wasn't like he typed it in that chat. It'd be another thing if he typed it himself, because I'm sure you could kind of say that'd be clear breaking TOS. But it'd be another thing you could clearly see that's a troll. Twitch is not very good about dealing with trolls, and unfortunately, that's just the way Twitch works for whatever reason. So yeah.
Right, it was gone in a few seconds, and apparently that wasn't enough, even after I had a conversation talking about how it was bad afterwards. And so you have a platform like Twitch who allows these racial stereotypes to be propagated and proliferated by these emotes. You have Ming Lee, you talk about an Asian stereotype, people are going to say Ming Lee. You talk about any sort of a negative Muslim or Middle Eastern stereotype, people are going to put in Nell. I have all those things banned in my chat because it's something that I don't support. On top of having those things banned in my chat, I also have trained my mod team to not only identify those types of things, but the fact is, guys, I've been on the internet 20 years. I know pretty much about every single different slur that's in the English language and a few in other languages as well. So not only do I understand all the slurs, I also understand the euphemisms like 1488 and jogger, etc. I see all of these things even if people think that I don't, and I've trained my mod team to be even more vigilant on that than I am because I'll be busy streaming. So the idea that I'm going to be suspended for unmoderated hateful conduct in my chat is absolutely offensive to me, and I find it to be incredibly ridiculous that trying to not draw attention to something and not allow somebody to weaponize and therefore provide a reward structure around using a word like this is seen as a bad thing. The reason why I don't like this is also because as soon as somebody gets suspended for something like this, what that really tells everybody else in the community is that if you want to get a streamer you don't like suspended, go into their game and start spamming the N-word. Go into their game and start spamming the homophobic slur. Go into their game and try to say something racist to get them in trouble. And what is that?
And this is another thing, right? My theory with this is this is somebody that saw his some Amber Heard fan, or just some person that just doesn't like Asmongold, that just was in his chat watching his videos waiting for a slip up to happen at some point during his streams so they could report him to Twitch. I feel like that's honestly what happened. Now granted, it may not be someone that was a fan of Amber Heard or anything, but it could have been someone that just generally hated Asmongold and just was waiting for him to slip up on his stream to report him to Twitch to get him banned. So that's my little 2 cents on that. That's my little theory that I conducted. But again, it's just a theory, so
really do.
Take it as you will.
It creates more racism, it creates more negativity, and it makes people that are part of those groups feel less and less like they're a part of Twitch. And I think that this happens explicitly because it's so it's so much of a problem. Now, I'm not saying that you shouldn't have to do anything to get rid of this, and I think from now on what I'm going to do is I'm going to always have my chat blocked without any exception, because apparently Twitch is too stupid to realize any of the context around it. However, that doesn't necessarily mean that it's impossible to get rid of all of these things. I think that by the nature of you allowing anybody to communicate with you in any sort of a game, you do open yourself up to having these types of negative interactions, and to blame them on the content creator and to say that that person is at fault for having these things happen to them is effectively blaming the victim, and also weaponizing these words beyond what they already are, and then turning them into a weapon to be used against streamers, and thus proliferating them even more commonly on the website. I find this to be incredibly fucking insulting. And on top of that, Twitch has a number of different streamers.
Who wouldn't actually if you went through all think of this, right? You go through all this stuff just so not even a joke can be made. Not even an inside joke that a Twitch mod wouldn't even know about. Not even an inside racial joke couldn't be made in your chat. You go through all this stuff and ban all this stuff, and Twitch bans you for not adequately dealing with a problem. You're supposed to deal with that. That would just bring more attention, right? Take the Quantum TV stuff for example. Quantum TV, he did this review, and the Ackman did a video saying, "Hey, worst Elden Ring takes." Put Quantum TV in that. This caused rather than Quantum TV taking the criticism, taking the bullet, he copyright striked him. And that caused the Ackman to look into Quantum TV more, causing Quantum TV to get more stuff put against him, like ban invasion, homophobia, literal racism. All this stuff is literal, not just jokes he made, literal racism and jokes and homophobic stuff that he said. It's kind of like that. This who wouldn't find this insulting? Who wouldn't find this offensive? Who wouldn't be a little PO'd about this? Not even a little.
Racist for years. There are some of them, I know one of them at least, is banned from competing in any Blizzard tournament at all, and because they're racist, right? And they're a partnered streamer on Twitch. So my opinion is I don't really think that Twitch cares about racism unless they get hurt, if they get told about it. I don't think...
This is another thing. Griffin Gaming brought this up too. I don't think YouTube or Twitch care at all about their creators or their viewers. At the end of the day, YouTube and Twitch are a company and they are a business. The point of a business in a company is to make money, make investors, and especially make advertisers happy. So unless you affect their advertisers or their investors, I don't think they really care about you.
that it really matters to them whenever, black streamers and any sort of a minority streamer were getting these hate raids, etc. The best Twitch could do was send out some cease and desist to two losers in the UK. They don't even try to do the bare minimum for their content creators, and at the same time they expect them to go above and beyond, and even outside of the context of what they're saying, try to make what they're doing as perfect as possible. You're going against somebody who is looking for something wrong, even whenever somebody is clearly not trying to do this. And I wonder if somebody at Twitch, do they think that I'm promoting this? Do they think that I'm a racist? Do they think that this is something that I was like, oh wow, good job guys, you got the N-word on the screen? Is that really what they believe? I find this to be insulting that it's even a question. And to be honest with you, I'm insulted that it even happened. I find it ridiculous.
Has every right to be too.
I think Twitch moderation usually does a good job, but I think this is fucking ridiculous.
I know, to be honest, Twitch moderation sucks.
I think that I made the right decision and I did nothing wrong. The only thing that you could say I did wrong is hiding the chat entirely, which I think you could make that argument, and if that's what they're going to say, then that's fine, but I better see this happen for every single other person that doesn't hide their chat as well, and we all know that's not going to happen. So I'm very frustrated about this, I'm very annoyed, and it looks like we're not going to be streaming until Sunday. I don't really know what else to say. Again, I think that what is the most offensive to me about this is that the implication that I'm complicit with racism or homophobia on my stream.
Yeah, see?
As if I haven't done multiple videos
That is
and gotten
insulting.
hate from the broader Twitch community that they've cultivated, by the way, and profited off of over the last 10 years, that is embroiled with homophobia and racism, because I've tried to push back against that. Somehow me not blocking my chat is somehow that I'm okay with it. I'm very frustrated and I'm very annoyed by this. And I think that this video probably went on a bit too long, but I want to say thank you to everybody who's been supportive to me and everything like that. I really do appreciate it, and I'll see you all very soon. We have a lot of things to talk about, and so this is just another thing on the list. Thanks a lot, guys. I appreciate it, and I'll see you later. Peace.
Alright, there. I think he may have released a new one today. Did he? Okay, no, there's just all a bunch of stream clips, it looks like. So he didn't release a new video. Wait, we won. That's YouTube. So yeah, all right. Well, there's that. I like Asmongolds. Yeah, I really like it. I found him like through the defamation Johnny Depp Amber Heard case, and he had some funny stuff to say about that, about Amber Heard, dude. Speaking of, that's one of the topics we're covering tonight. It's a very extensive topic too. But anyways, this one, I find this article funny too. Twitch streamer Quinn69 rages after spending $10,000 on Diablo Immortal and getting, quote, nothing. My god, only Twitch streamers would do this. Streamer Quinn69 lost it after spending an insane 10 grand NZD on Diablo Immortal Rift runs, which landed him 0 5-star gems to show for it. 0 5-star gems? Nice. Diablo Immortal is Blizzard Entertainment's latest game release, dropping on both mobile devices and PC on June 2nd. Most of the discussion centered around the game's release has been on its handling of microtransactions, which many have claimed is massively predatory, costing players absurd amounts of money to max out their characters. While many players have warned others to not get sucked into the game's high cost, one streamer decided to go all in and cough up insane amount of cash. Twitch streamer blows 10 grand on Diablo Immortal. Quinn69 was live on June 7th when he streamed Immortal for over 13 hours. During the broadcast, he claimed he would not stop spending $25 on Elder Rift entry fees until he landed himself a confident 5-star legendary gem. Unluckily for him, this ended up lasting the entire stream, as he never once got a legendary gem, but wouldn't stop dumping huge amounts of money into the game. Once he had 10 grand spent, he completely lost his mind, screaming and jumping around his streaming room. "That's right, B, I spent 10 grand and got nothing. This is a great game," he shouted. This is kind of a funny clip. I find this clip funny. I wouldn't call it a rant. I would call it more of like a comedic affair.
Look at that! Look at that 10K clip! That's right, bitch! I spent $10,000! I spent $10,000 and got nothing! I spent
Only Twitch streamers, dude. Only Twitch.
This is a great game! It's fucking amazing!
Only Twitch streamers.
Blizzard should be proud! Who needs $10,000 anyway, bro? What, I want to buy a car? What, I want to, like, fucking pay my child's, like, entire schooling to the age of 18? I don't know. Fuck $10,000. Have it, Blizzard! Take my money! Take it!
This clip is so
Oh, boy,
cancer.
it's gonna be sick.
So there's the clip. I wouldn't call it raging. I would call it more of comedy. But obviously, I would never spend $10,000 on in-game currency in one day at least. But I mean, my Grand Theft Auto shark cards are racking up there, shall we say? Quinn ended his rant by sarcastically mocking the game company. Blizzard should be proud. Who needs 10 grand anyway? What would I buy, a car? Pay my child's entire schooling through 18? Have my money, Blizzard. Take my money. Because I tried to replicate his voice there. His outburst highlights that even after spending such an insane amount of money, players aren't ever guaranteed to get the specific valuable resources thereafter, like a 5-star gem. So far, Blizzard has yet to respond to this viral outburst. I don't really personally think they will. So, it goes out of that. Alright, the Johnny Depp Amber Heard defamation case. Johnny Depp won. I covered this a little in my channel update video. But yeah, on Wednesday, June 1st, 2022, a verdict was reached in the Johnny Depp versus Amber Heard lawsuit. It was revealed today that the jury has awarded Depp $15 million in the defamation case. Additionally, the jury awarded Amber Heard $2 million in her counter lawsuit. The net result of this case resulted in Amber Heard owing Johnny Depp roughly $8 million after damages are deducted. Me personally, I think $8 million is being generous. Like, we're talking about a woman here who cost Johnny Depp like one of his biggest careers ever, working for Disney in Pirates of the Caribbean. Someone who pretty much got Johnny Depp blackballed from Hollywood. I mean, he's still doing movies and shows, but none of them will ever be as big as, Pirates of the Caribbean. At least I don't think so. I am glad to see that he won this case. A lot of people are glad to see that he won this case. There are also a lot of people that are glad that he didn't win. There are also a lot of people that are sad and frustrated that he didn't win this case. So, but anyways, you could see, oh yeah, Men2 was trending on Twitter. It blew up on Twitter and on Twitch and on YouTube, to be honest. It blew up everywhere. So this is like Johnny Depp's Instagram statement. I'm not gonna go through this. I already went through it once on the last stream, but my mic was terrible, so yeah. And then Amber Heard's statement. I hated Amber Heard's statement. Johnny Depp's statement was good. Like, full-on claps to his statement. I hate this last paragraph, though, in Amber Heard's statement. I'm sad I lost this case, but I'm sadder still that I seem to have lost a right that I thought I had as an American. To speak freely and openly. Amber Heard. It's like, this is literally what you're doing right now. You're speaking freely and openly right now. Like, flipping, like, what are you talking about? But yeah, congrats to Johnny Depp for winning the case. He's still gonna do well for himself. But I'm hoping he does well for himself. I'm hoping he could get into a franchise bigger than Pirates of the Caribbean even. That's really what I know him for. It's Pirates of the Caribbean, so, But our next topic, and our final one for the night, the Ackman response to YouTube demonetizing his channel over sarcastic doxing tweets. So you guys might remember I covered the Ackman stuff, and YouTube has responded to the Ackman. He responded in these tweets. This is why he got banned. But let's just read this article. The Ackman recently appeared on the Philip DeFranco show, addressing YouTube's decision to suspend monetization on his channel, following a sarcastical series of tweets. The Quantum TV versus the Ackman saga began on April 10th, 2022, when the Ackman uploaded a video titled The Worst Elden Ring Hot Takes. In this video, Ackman dissected Quantum TV's review of the popular RPG Elden Ring, in which Q gave the game a 0 out of 10. Quantum TV then filed a copyright claim and takedown request on the video. This caused the Ackman to launch his own investigation into Quantum TV, resulting in a second video titled Copyright Abuse on YouTube, featuring Quantum TV. an expose of sorts with the intention of getting Quantum's channel removed from YouTube. Fast forward on June 22nd, June 2022, and both creators have released a series of videos regarding the situation. YouTube didn't punish Quantum TV for abusing its copyright system, but has instead taken action against the Ackman. His recent hour-long video, The Dark Days of YouTube, was removed, and his channel has been demonetized indefinitely. Ackman responded to YouTube's demonetization on June 8th. The Ackman announced that his channel had lost monetization without providing a reason for YouTube's actions. Various YouTubers also reported that mentioning the Ackman in the title of their videos resulted in videos being demonetized. So yeah, this is true. Review Tech USA, Rich, his stream got demonetized for having the Ackman in it. Coincidentally, at the same day, within the same time frame as the Ackman's channel got demonetized. With content creators and viewers furious with YouTube's actions, Philip DeFranco used his platform to help clear the air by obtaining a quote from a YouTube rep and presenting it to the Ackman. The demonetization is connected to a tweet of yours that has since been deleted, where you threatened to dox and harass the families of YouTube employees. Now, when we get into these tweets, you might think, oh, that's a bad thing. Yeah, he deserves to get banned. Wait till you see the tweets. Wait until you see the tweets. DeFranco read the Ackman went on to describe the tweets to DeFranco before reposting them to Twitter. We're not going to watch the video because it doesn't timestamp it at all, and I mean it's like a whole other like 13-minute segment. So if you want to watch it, go to Philip DeFranco's channel. But I punished the boundaries on the third one. I'll fully admit that. Ackman stated, but I didn't take the tweet down, and I don't think that anybody thought that was a legitimate threat. He went on to discuss how his family was doxxed over a month ago when Quantum TV called the Ackman's mother. YouTube took no action against that, he stated. The Ackman did state that the tweet was irresponsible and was made out of anger for lack of action on YouTube's part. He also stated that he believes there are good people that work at YouTube, but claims the situation makes the site as a whole look bad, which I agree with. I feel like YouTube has made the wrong decisions at every point in this, Ackman shared with DeFranco. YouTube has had 1,000 opportunities to do the right thing, and at every turn they've chosen the opposite. At the end of the story, DeFranco added, I will say one thing, it does feel like the tweet in question was very obviously a joke and satire. However, he did touch an incident at YouTube headquarters in 2018 where an active shooter wounded 3 employees, leading to YouTube taking threats against his employees much more seriously. So, here are the tweets in question. Hang on. So, you can see, like, YouTube responded, YouTube responded, as discussed, your YouTube partner suspension followed your now deleted tweet threatening to dox the families of YouTube employees and creators. We don't take these decisions lightly and want you to know we're taking concerns just as seriously. We'll keep working with you directly on this. While I appreciate this, the tweet was unmistakable satire of YouTube's inaction to do anything about my family being doxxed by another content creator. Common sense would suggest, being a victim of doxing, that I would never wish doxing on other people, seriously. Context. This is one of the only reasons they demonetized my channel. So you can see the tweets here. I'm excited to announce a new series of videos I'll be making on YouTube called Doxing Adventures with Ackman. In it, I'll be doxing and harassing the family members of YouTube employees and other content creators. It should have lots of family fun. Like, read this last sentence. The whole tweet is obviously satire, but if you can't tell it's satire, at the very least, where it says it's sure to have lots of family fun, you can at least tell satire. You can't tell me you can't tell that the it says satire. And then he says, with YouTube's new policy changes that allow doxing and invasion of privacy, I am fully allowed to make these videos. Please stay tuned for this new generation of advertiser-friendly content. And then he says more contents. Feeling spontaneous, might use my YouTube channel to promote hate speech that advocates for violence against protected groups. Luckily, YouTube is a perfect place for someone like me. Feeling cute, my copyright strikes some other YouTube channels for funsies. You can't read these and tell me they're not. You can tell they're satire and a joke. In an interview with the Exerto, the Ackman was asked whether he thought that the monetization of his channel was called for, since he openly stated the tweets were pushing the boundaries. I would very much say that it was unjust, because my YouTube partner reached out to me and said, hey, you should delete the tweets. Ackman answered, and so I did, and I thought that it would be the end of it. It's worth noting that Ackman posted the tweet in question on June 6th and deleted 5 hours later. His channel was not demonetized until June 8th. If you add in all the other weird stuff that's been going on, it feels like something else is happening, stated the Ackman. Yeah, corruption. I hate to kind of be like one of these conspiracy guys, but this isn't really a conspiracy. Like, if this stuff doesn't say there's like some kind of corrupt stuff in YouTube, let's read this other part. Ethan Klein recently made a sarcastical bomb threat, resulting in a community guideline strike, but monetization was left intact. Now, I don't want to go through and find the clip now. Augie actually does have the clip, so you go to Augie's channel and look for it. But if you look at the clip, there are parts of it where you're like, Ethan, are you like joking about that, or like you like serious, dude? But even then, Ackman's tweets were way more, you could easily tell they were a joke than what Ethan's clip was when he made it like a bomb joke. He was like, somebody should go bomb that place, like right now. And then one of his producers was like, Ethan, can you clarify that's a joke right now? And he was like, oh yeah, I'm joking. Like, YouTube, you know, I'm not calling for Ethan Klein to be demonetized at all, but if you're gonna demonetize the Ackman indefinitely, why does Ethan Klein not get the same treatment? In May, another YouTuber, Ethan Klein, made a sarcastical bomb threat joke against the NRA on his podcast. Despite receiving a community guideline strike, monetization on the podcast channel remains intact. I don't think he should be demonetized or have his channel taken down for that, remarked Ackman. A strike is probably good enough for now for Ethan, because those comments were bad. He went on to state that in both cases, one mistake shouldn't result in being deplatformed, which is true. I got into in my Ackman video, I got into why him being demonetized pretty much means end of growth for his YouTube channel. But yeah, that's all the topics we have for the night, guys. Good stream. I hope you guys like my new mic. I really like my new mic. It's a Yeti mic, like I said. But the guys watching the stream, hope you guys enjoyed.